All right, have not fans. Now, this is just a question to you all. You know, sometimes I do this where the video might not be extremely long just because I'm asking a question that I want you to answer in the comments with your thoughts. Now, what is Veronica going to do next? Now, don't get me wrong, based off of a conversation I had with certain cast members and the excitement, and I was actually humbled because, you know, Angela herself was like, hey, I can't wait for you to see what happens next season and, you know, to get your thoughts on it. So that let me know right there, okay, it's supposed to be bigger and better. I mean, don't get me wrong, like season 6 tagline was the most emotional season. I didn't think it was the most emotional. I think it was one of the best seasons in terms of my overall rankings of each episode. The cliffhangers were very well done for the most part. But in terms of emotional, no. In terms of snap, you definitely got to watch every episode. Like for the shock value, yeah. But next season is supposed to be the deadliest season. I'm iffy on that because I'm not saying people won't die, but I'm saying that if you really want to make it stick, you better have a main character die. That doesn't mean I want anybody specifically go Justin, Jeffrey. Oh, dang, sorry. Need a call. Benny. Man, I need a call drop up here. Hey, somebody give me Wyatt. Oh, yeah, you know, I don't want any characters to specifically die, but if somebody dies, this is not a comic book. You know, no revivals. They need to die because, as the ABC Soaps article said, you know, how many times are they going to play the fake death card? And I know it's not an uncommon trope in soap opera, but for the haves and have-nots, you know, come on now. It's not just the death thing. It's just, you know, overall good writing. You know, like we want better writing and storytelling. But when it comes to Veronica, what is she going to do next? That's my main question, because I still, and a lot of fans, even to this day, it is September the 12th right now, and the last episode aired what was it, July 2nd? I think it was July 2nd. Dang, time's fly by. Was it July or June? I want to say, I'm pretty sure it was July. So it's been almost 2.5 months now. We're still reeling over her just dropping that cigarette, but that was just so I get the whole you need to move the story along and set up things, but that was just extremely carelessly out of character for her, you know? I mean, the cigarette butt alone, her leaving the scene without confirming the job was done. Like, even if it was so much as waiting for one guy to just run outside and say, hey, we did it, let's leave. No. So my thing is, when she finds out that Jeffrey and David are still alive, what's her next move? Because remember, I'm under the assumption that, you know, George and the cops showed up to the Cryer house to arrest them, you know, Jim and Catherine. So their next stop most likely would have been both David and Veronica's house. Meaning that they will be, you know, arrested. So let's say the cops show up to David's house, and then there's like a mountain of dead thugs in his, you know, in the living, the foyer. Isn't that called the foyer? Like the foyer, like the opening of like a big house, like the doorway area. So what will the cops think? You know, it's like, oh damn, the Cryers, all of them got shot. Oh, let's go get the Harringtons. And it's like Veronica looking like the bride of Chucky, and then you got David and Jeffrey, and then a part of the house has a bunch of dead guys. So I mean, I would not be surprised if they got arrested. And remember, I already did a video about the Cryers, so I'm not going to talk about them there. But for a fact, we know that David and Veronica are still alive, so I would say they'll probably get arrested. But then Veronica being Veronica, she could probably weasel her way out of it, because I think it would be pretty lackluster to have her go toe-to-toe with the FBI and walk away from that, but then to get arrested by George. But then again, you could make the argument, well, Jeremy, that's because Wyatt testified, and, you know, then they get arrested because they got indicted, so that does make sense. So I don't really know the stipulations of, hey, one of the people who were in the group of people that we're supposed to arrest, you know, they're either shot or dead. How does that affect the other characters who were supposed to be arrested as well? So I'm wondering, you know, and this goes back to the whole Alyssa thing, you know, Crystal Lee Naomi. People have been speculating, what if she infiltrates David's life because of Veronica? I think that's a major step down. Like, you know, you can't just go from trying to have David and Jeffrey killed to like trying to send another whore into David's life. It's like, nah, that does. I mean, it is. I think that's pretty lackluster for Veronica to send someone again. Oh well, not again, because Candace was the one that set up Erica, not Veronica. Yeah, to send someone in David's life, but I think it'll be even more pathetic for David to fall for someone else, especially after the whole Erica thing, where he literally was not using his head at all, and I'm talking about the head on his, his shoulders. So I think that in terms of Veronica, I'm really interested to see, is she just going to go on a killing spree? Is she going to try to do it again, killing David and Jeffrey? I just don't know. And then that goes into Laura, who's the young black female who will be living at Veronica's house, who's allegedly going to be the new Melissa, so to speak. That just seems like another, like, what the heck are you doing with this storyline? Because it literally makes no sense in the context of where the show's going at this point. So, I mean, will RK meet up with Veronica again, and will she orchestrate his death to get Jeffrey arrested? And then, I mean, that was her plan. Remember when she was talking with the guy that bombed Erica's car at her pool and was talking about the plan to, hey, kill RK, make it look like my son did it so I can get him back in line. So my thing is, I feel like they had a jumping the shark moment where you have Veronica do this heinous act, but then act so carelessly. My biggest question is, what is the follow-up? I was going to do a video. I might still do a video on this, like, who will take Veronica down. But I think that's just, I don't even know if we should even ask that question at this point, because it's gotten to the point where she's pretty much invincible. She has like the ultimate plot armor. Like nothing, no matter what happens to her, or how many other people try to get at her, she will just walk away unscathed. And it's just like she does more and more destructive, crazy things than anyone on the show, but she never gets any comeuppance. And even when it seems like she's gotten a bite from karma, she goes ahead and bites back 3 times as hard against the next person who she directs her wrath towards. So yeah, I'm wondering, what is she going to like blow up a city block next? Is she going to, just take everyone? And like I said before, despite all of the things Veronica has done, from having cars blown up and having people beaten up, setting cars on fire, destroying people's property, burning down houses, getting into cat fights. My favorite Veronica moments are when she's in the courtroom doing her thing. I mean, that's where I think that she shines the most. Like, don't get me wrong, Angela does fantastic in the role, but in regards to Veronica, just love her or hate her, most people hate her or love to hate her. When she's in that courtroom, I think that we're seeing like a Claire Huxtable S character, an intelligent, accomplished, confident black woman who's taking it to men in the courtroom. Like George, is he Asian? I don't want to, just assume, but I think he's Asian. And then it's like, wasn't there other lawyers she's taken down? Like, you could say, well, Jeremy, Catherine pretty much put expose Veronica's tarnished record by saying, she's had, witnesses and whatnot threatening, bribes and sleeping with this and that one. But that is very true. But in regards to the on-scene court scenes that we've seen face to face, we know for a fact that she literally takes people down in that courtroom. And again, despite all the amazing cliffhangers, one-liners, the amazing outfit she wears, I think my favorite Veronica moments are when she's in the courtroom. Not to mention her thinking on her feet, like that time, Landon set it up where a representative from like the LGBT community. Well, and this was in the episode, the press conference. This was episode 41. I know it's in season 2. I think it's episode 41, the press conference. That's when they were stalling for Jim to show up, but he was abducted by Warlock and Candace, but he had just gotten loose, so he had to take the bus. But it was when she was literally about to fail on TV, but she literally came back with an amazing impromptu speech. And so that's why I say I love the court scenes and when Veronica gives her monologues. But with that being said, what do you think? Do you really see where I'm coming from with the whole, after what happened in the episode Show Not Tell, What exactly is Tyler going to do next with Veronica? I mean, that's my biggest question. Like, so I've aired my grievances, some of the things I really like about Veronica, but it's like, you set Veronica up to like 350 on the stove. Are you going to cut it down to like a 200 or let it simmer, or are you going to cut it on the broil? It's like you can't have Veronica at a level that hot, but then have her simmer down. Like, I get it. There's sometimes where good stories and movies have a lull or a break in the action to kind of get a character's, recapping what's going on, assessing the situation. But like, what is she going to do now? Like, it's clear to me that there's no chance about Veronica and David getting back together, even so far as like if they're trying to scam each other. With the whole William and Jeffrey reveal, I think that it's safe to say that both characters will be public enemy number one for the other. Will David try to retaliate? There are just so many questions, but let me know your thoughts. I'll let you all lead the discussion. Make sure you comment because it helps the video get more traction. Hit that thumbs up button. Hit the subscribe button. We're almost at 90,000 subscribers. And as always, thanks so much for tuning in, and I will talk to you soon. Congratulations on making it to the end of this video. If you like what you just saw, make sure to hit the thumbs up button, or if you have anything you would like to add to the video, make sure to leave your thoughts in the comment section below. If you want to keep up with me on social media, go to the description box. All of my links for social media are right there. Also, if you feel like you would like to donate to the channel, make sure to click on the link to PayPal. Any amount helps. $1, $5, $20. As a full-time YouTuber, any support from my fans really does mean a lot to me. Finally, make sure to hit the subscribe button as well as the bell notification icon. That way you're kept up to date on any new content I post to the channel. Once again, thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll talk to you in the next video.